gonna end up dead too.
All right, shalom to you, elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. We want to give all praises to Barak, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Name of the Heavenly Father, who everybody ignorantly calls God, his true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is the Rawchaa Qadash. His true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel. Everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, the so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of the elect of Israel. Then you got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites that are scattered across the four corners, or scattered across America, Babylon the Great, then the other wicked Israelites scattered across the four corners of the earth that will come back to the loins of the elect after the destruction. The Rawchaa Qadash is the Holy Spirit that has been bestowed upon the men. The Heavenly Father gave his only begotten Son out of the world to complete his work. So we always want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Let us all to this truth. Been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, so forth, the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness of wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we pray that number, Lord, when us be able to find those who fear the name of the Lord and to strive and to show forth the Lord's righteousness and to the best of their abilities. Because judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Shalom to all you sincere believers out there. Here and on after Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak, Atham. We're going to get into a very end-time topic lesson. We got a lot to cover. It's a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to get down to it. We're going to start. The title is Tolerance and Apathy are the Last Virtues of a Dying Society. So we're going to look up that word apathy, and then we're going to get into it. Let's bring this over here. Drop out of that. I'm going to get right into it. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. So we're going to, like I said, go into this word. Give me a second. Just drag this right here. All right. So this word apathy, right?
Apathy.
Lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. And that's what you're seeing in America, Babylon the Great. A lot of people know that World War III is coming. Really, we're directing it towards the 2/3 of our people in the Babylon and the four corners of the earth. The wicked Israelites, they lack interest, and they're about to die off. They're going to be through. And this society as well, you got, these Americans, they're not even wanting to fight their war because it's a dying society. It's through. So that's why I named this title of this lesson that, because that's what we're seeing. These are the last virtues of America, Babylon the Great, and, they can't tolerate, they're not going to be able to tolerate dealing with hearing, ultimately Esau, even the so-called white man, they're not going to tolerate us, chanting down their kingdom every day. So they're about to come with great wrath, and they're ready to move, and we know the Lord controls the left-hand side of the Lord, and we see what he's doing with them. So we're going to deal with some stuff. A lot of things happened last couple of days. So we're going to go right here. This is something recent. This happened earlier today. It says 9 dead, 2,800 injured as pagers explode across Lebanon. Hezbollah blames Israel. And when we talk about Israel, it's talking about the small hats. Okay, the Rawchas, the big banking families, the ones who say that they are Israel, but they're not. Okay, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, that's the head, tribe of them. That's like the head of them, the Amalekites. They got all the money, they got all the weapons, and they control America, Babylon the Great. They own the media, they own all those things. Okay, so. We'll read a little bit. Hezbollah communicates through its own telecommunications system and has asked its members to avoid using mobile phones since the Gaza war begun almost a year ago. The diktat was issued to avoid Israeli breaches of technology, and obviously they got into it. 9 people have died, more than 2,800 people injured, many grievously so. In Lebanon, in a synchronized detonation of pagers targeting U.S.-designed terror group Hezbollah, Iran state media reported its ambassador to Lebanon, Mojtaba Amani, has also been wounded in the incident. The explosions happened around 3:30 p.m. local time in Lebanon, which would be like, it was probably nighttime over here, right? Lebanese Health Minister Firas Abayad confirmed that 9 people were killed and 2,800 wounded in the incident. And they said most of it was on the face, hands, and stomach. And this is why we need protection from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when something can go down. You just walk around with your cell phone and that bitch just blow up. That's stuff that's happening. We're going to go to Psalms. This is why we need protection from Yahawah, Yahawashi. These devils, they got a lot of technology that a lot of people don't know, man. They probably tried to get more phones to blow up. That was just as many as they could do. This is Psalms chapter 91, verse 9, or 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So we're under a protection with this truth. We're under a protection where we're able to observe these things from a distance and know how important it is to be, on the right side of the Lord, with his counsel. Verse 2, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, in him will I trust. Verse 3, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And Esau, Edom is described as that fowler in the scriptures. He's the bird catcher. He's the worm catcher. That's why the Lord said, fear not thou worm Jacob, I will help thee. You know, their whole purpose is to catch Jake in snares, okay, and traps, you know, and that's what we seeing. But he said he would protect us from that stuff. Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings thou shalt trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So this is why a lot of this stuff, you know, the hopeful elect, we don't have to experience this stuff, you know, but we're able to see it from a distance and see, hey, warning Jake, the Lord is showing that he's finna come destroy this place in many different ways. And a lot of it is going to be through their own devices. You know, he even said a young girl died. She was just on her phone playing the game, blow, right in her face. See what I'm saying? So there is this, we're coming in the days of no mercy unless you are of the elect. That's the only ones who are going to receive mercy in that day. And it said that they're going to scarcely be saved. So we're definitely going to need to focus on salvation, you know, and keeping it, you know, and just keeping it, you know, the main thing. We're trying to dodge the missiles and we're trying to reach immortality and be one with Yahawashi. Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day. Right? So we're not afraid of these missiles coming because we know we're hidden under the shadow of the Almighty. We're here to try to warn Jake till he need to come over here with us. Verse 6, you know, and stay over here, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. And it's not talking about actual noonday, it's talking about judgment day when those missiles do fly. But that's why you see in a lot of places, you know, it is spiritual that, you know, the Lord put, you know, Esau, Edom in the mindset to test his alarms usually around noonday, because they know when the missiles is coming, that's the end. You know what I'm saying? This is Psalms 121. People have lost enthusiasm for Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi. People think this shit is not going to happen, man, and they're going to die. Psalms chapter 121, verse 7, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. That's what he's doing right now. He's preserving us with this word. Verse 8, the Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. And that's what you're getting when you step into this truth. From this point, if you stay in this truth, you're going to be preserved from the evils that we're seeing and the evils that are coming. Doesn't mean that you're not going to go through it. And if you do strive unto death and you do die, the Lord still had you. You just had to be part of that. It was part of his, you know, that was your part in the ministry to die for the faith. Some of us will, you know, for this truth, but a lot of us not, you know. But either way, we here to serve Yahawah, Yahawashi. You can't. It says to present yourself as a living sacrifice, and then you feel some type of way if you die. It said a sacrifice. That means that you're prepared to die for this truth. It's Proverbs chapter 3, verse 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. So when we see these kind of things, we ain't gonna just like start putting our cell phones up and hide them and shit in case they blow up and shit. We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing, serving Yahawah, Yahawashi, and living the way we're supposed to live, you know, learning how to, you know, be more facilitated in the truth, study, you know, read up on scriptures, you know, go to work, come back, do all over again, you know, keep yourself healthy as much as possible, vice versa, you know, there's things that we know we're supposed to do. Verse 26, for the Lord shall be thy confidence, and he shall keep thy foot from being taken. And that's how he's preserving us. He's making us move right. You know, sometimes we make mistakes, but that's also him doing things to show us, you know, how much we need, you know, his direction. you know, and it keeps you in a state of humbleness to like, you know, and you can get proud at any moment, and the Lord will just turn your feet the wrong way, and you end up in some shit. See what I'm saying? So we got to keep that humbleness about us and know that everything that we're doing, you know, is the Lord's control. We trust that He's going to walk us into salvation. So this is the next article. The world is on the cusp of a profound systematic transformation, says Klaus Schwab, right? He's the head of the WEF, World Economic Forum, right? We're just going to watch this little video. He's going to say something. Where that? It was in there. I think it might be that one. We'll click on it. Let's see. I don't think this is the one I'm looking for. But
we want the one.
This is not the one I want, because this dude's going into the Trump assassination. I ain't even worried about that nigga. Ain't nobody worried about that nigga, man. They're all just pawns anyways. We ain't worried about what he got going on. But we're going to show you another video to show you what this transformation is, what he's speaking of. It's a woman explaining it. So we're going to watch this. We're going to get into some precepts.
So this is a bit of an emergency broadcast regarding the digital IDs. Yesterday in Canada, Justin Trudeau met with all of our provincial premiers and basically told them that we will not be able to get funding for our healthcare unless the premiers agree to the digital IDs. I will show all the proof. Now, those of you who think that digital IDs are great, they are not. Let me show you what these digital IDs will actually entail when it comes to control. Here's an overview basically of everything that will be included in the digital IDs. This can be found on the WEF website and also on all of the provincial and government websites. You will have healthcare. You will not be able to access any healthcare without this digital ID. Financial system. You will actually not even be able to carry out bank accounts or carry out anything online regarding financial transactions. Food and sustainability. This says for farmers and consumers, you will not be able to get into stores. You will not be able to even sell anywhere. Once they have this system in place, this is where the digital currency will come in. Travel and mobility. We saw that with the Arrive scam app. Humanitarian responses, which is basically just garbage. It's in case something happens, they will be able to track and find you, including if you don't want anything injected in your body. E-commerce. You will not be able to shop online. Then you have social media platforms. You will literally need this ID in order to get TikTok, Twitter, or Facebook. No more fake accounts. You have e-government. So if you want your taxes done, any sort of benefits from there, you will need this. Then it gets even scarier. Telecommunications. You will not be able to actually get an internet provider without this digital ID, and they will be able to track you. And then up there you have smart cities, and we all know what those are. Those of you who think I'm lying, here's the federal condition. In order for us to access our money, our tax money, this is basically a hostage situation of our tax money. And what you will see is instigators, government instigators under Twitter, under Justin Trudeau, that basically say we need to push our provincial governments to, get the money so that we can spend it better. No, we don't. We actually need to call our provincial governments right now, today and tomorrow, and every single day until they scrap this digital ID. They cannot pass this without our approval. So I need everybody in Canada to call your provincial governments and literally tell them that this is not going to happen. If we need to privatize, if we need to somehow get into a different system of healthcare, we need to do that. As for everyone in the United States, you're kind of lucky because your healthcare is privatized. There's also a lot more internet providers, some that will not go along with it because of capitalism. So your money is actually speaking a lot louder in the United States. But Canada, this is coming down the pipeline, and it's coming down the pipeline fast, and we need to act.
Now, let me just put it blatantly to you.
So we already went into this about what they going in Kenya, but I just wanted to put that out there. But a lot of people think that it's not going to happen in America, Babylon the Great, and it's going to. But it's starting in Canada, and it's about to be down here. So it ain't going to be too much longer, because I was listening to the young elder in New York, Amawan Gabar, and he was showing a video of what's her name? Kamala Harris talking about, putting a stop to people who basically free speech. And we got another one showing you that, what's her name? It's somebody else. I can't remember her name right now. Hillary Clinton. She's saying that free thinkers need to be jailed before November. All right. So it's all these, these are the faces of the elites, these small hats, these Amalekites that we're talking about, and they speak for them. You know what I'm saying? Just like, the men of GMS, we hope to be the oracles of the Most High. We hope to be the ones who are speaking for the Most High. And we believe we are, because we're the only ones that are warning our people what they're doing. And we're showing you through the scriptures that it is happening. So going into this new transformation is not nothing new though. All right. This is what they did in that time. Okay. This is basically the new Tower of Babel. Okay. And Babel means confusion. That's why we call this place America Babylon the Great. Right? This place is the new Tower of Confusion. Okay. And they're trying to make a one world government and make it to where everybody's chipped. That's how we know it's coming here too. It's not going to just be in Canada. Okay. But we know this woman, we don't know if she's an Israelite. She might be, but she obviously doesn't know nothing about Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi. She's talking about call the governments and tell them we need to change everything. They're not going to, because Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi is controlling their ass. He's going to make them do it. 11. It's 11 verse 1. Yeah. It's going into the old Tower of Babel, and we're going to show you that's what they're trying to set up this time. So Genesis chapter 11, but this time it's going to be digital. It's not going to be an actual tower. But you see how they're going to have everybody on the cloud, right? How they say you can put all your information on the cloud, the internet database, and they're going to control everything from there. This is the new tower. It's digital though. So in the whole earth, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. That's what they want. They want, the main language, of course, to be English. They might have different languages or whatever, but when it comes down to it, they want a one world government, one digital money system, and one currency, one religion. And that religion is going to be the opposite of Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi. They want to serve Satan, which is the spiritual demon that is in Esau eating the so-called white man. Okay? He's the devil. Devil just means deceiver. That's all it means. They're deceiving the people to make you think that their way is better than Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi's. Verse 2, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said to one another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. Right? This is Yahawashi and the angels. They seen what they was doing. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one. They have all one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. And we know the Lord said he will take them in their own imaginations. And one of their imaginations is to turn your ass into a credit card. Verse 7, go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore the name of it is called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon all the face of the earth. Okay? So now, even though all of them had been moved around, they're still coming together, in a sense, secretly through the Amalekites, Esau eating the so-called white man. Last time It was Nimrod, and Nimrod, and he was a mighty hunter, and all them. Okay, they all had this idea to do this, and this like places like spiritually the new Nimrod. Okay, that's Esau Edom fulfilling that again, coming back and being like, all right, we're gonna build this tower. That's why the Lord, showed John the Revelator in Revelation 17 about America, Babylon the Great. This is what they're doing, man. We're gonna go to it. Revelation 17. And it reads, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, right? The seven vials is talking about judgment. Okay. And he talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Talking about America, Babylon the Great, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, right? So the small hand, and what that means by they're all using the dollar, they're all using this currency, but now it's changing. Now it's changing because you got half of the world trying to do their thing, but everybody's trying to go digital. Even though it looks like they're against each other, in a sense, they're still in cahoots with this digital system. They all want to enslave their people, all of them. All the governments want to enslave their people with the MOTB, okay? Because they've all took in the philosophies of Esau, even the so-called white man. They all want to chip their people. That's why you already see it in Kenya. Their president sold them out, and all the babies now that are coming in don't even get a choice. They get chipped. You're going to see a lot of women, they're going to try to have their babies outside there, probably try to have their babies outside the hospital, and they're going to be getting put to death and shit for that shit. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication, right? The philosophies of Esau Edom, so-called white man. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. These are the nations that are ruled by America, Babylon the Great. Okay, we're not going to go into them. We went into them before because we got a lot to cover. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked in gold with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and the filthiness of her fornication, right? Because this place has got, the LGBT, LMNOP people, all this shit going on, false, wicked laws, bestiality. This is filthiness here, man. Verse 5, and upon her head was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. They're the ones who are trying to build this new Tower of Babel, starting from, headquarters is America, Babylon the Great. That's what we're seeing. That's what it's talking about. Okay. And I saw, we could stop right there. So going into it a little bit more, I want to show this first. And we'll go into that next. We're going to go into right here. It says Pope Francis, Satanism is a valid pathway to the Most High. That's what he's saying. All right. And we're going to go try to find the video to show you. He was saying that. He was saying every way is a pathway to get, to the Most High or whatever. Let me find it, man. It was all up there earlier. Let me reset it real quick, see if it's gonna pop up. It was in a small little box. Let me see.
A United States Air Force pilot has stepped forward to expose a secret.
Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. Give me a sec. Here it is, right here. All right.
Una delle cose che più mi ha colpito di voi giovani, di questi qui, no? È la capacità del dialogo interreligioso.
One of the things that struck me about all of you here is your ability to engage in interreligious dialogue.
E questo è molto importante.
And this is very important.
Perché se voi incominciate a litigare, la mia religione è più importante della tua, la mia è la vera, la tua non è vera, dove ci porta questo?
Because if we start to fight amongst ourselves and saying, my religion is more important than yours, my religion is true, yours is not, where will that lead us?
Dove?
Where will it lead us?
Qualcuno risponda, dove?
Someone respond. Where would it lead us? La distruzione.
È cosa così. E ci vuole litigare.
Yes, it's okay to discuss and to.
Tutte le religioni sono un cammino per arrivare a Dio.
Because every religion is a way to arrive at God.
Sono, dirò una comparazione, sono come diverse lingue, diversi idiomi per arrivare lì.
Sort of a comparison, an example would be they're sort of like different languages in order to arrive at God.
Ma Dio è Dio per tutti.
But God is God for all.
E come Dio è Dio per tutti, noi siamo tutti figli di Dio.
And if God is God for all, then we're all sons and daughters of God.
Ma il mio Dio è più importante del tuo.
But my God is more important than your God.
È vero quello?
Is that true?
C'è un solo Dio lì. E noi sono idiomi, cammino, lingue per arrivare a Dio.
There's only one God, and each of us is a language, so to speak, in order to arrive at God.
Qualcuno Sikh, qualcuno musulmano, qualcuno
Sikh, Muslim,
Hindi, qualcuno cristiano,
Hindu,
ma sono
Christian.
diversi cammini.
There are different paths.
Understood?
And we know this is going off because it said many shall seek to enter and shall not be able. Not everybody is going to make it to the kingdom, and everybody's going to be in the kingdom, but some people are not going to be partakers in the reward, okay, of having dominion. You know, the other nations, you know, Esau, Edom, and all the other nations are going to be slaves. You know, 1,000 years of slavery, and after that, Esau, Edom's going to be done away with for good. And the other nations, you won't be in slavery no more. You won't be immortal though, and you'll have to pay tribute to us. You'll be working for us. But you're going to like working for us better than Esau, Edom. We're going to actually pay your ass, and the land's going to be good. Everything's going to be soiled. Everything's going to be rich. The food's going to be real, you know, but you're going to have to follow our ways. You know, they're talking about everybody can just go to God. So he's even talking about the Satanists. He's saying, oh, yeah, even them. See what I'm saying? Because the Satanists have a God too. It's Satan. So he tries to say it's a valid path for everybody. Come together and chip yourself. That's really what he's saying. Okay? That's what's happening. And this is what the Lord was talking about was going to happen. So we're going to show you this. Revelation 13. Verse 1 to show you that they're trying to build basically the Tower of Babel, but this place is like, you know, America's like also trying to build like a revived Roman Empire. Okay, it's like a revived, you know, this is like a revived Roman Empire. It's the headquarters of the world, of them bringing back this dominant rule. Okay, so they took a lot of different of their old ancient customs, and they put them all together to make one religion, one doctrine. Okay, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get everybody's shit and put it all together. Okay, but they want to be the head of it. They're trying to act like, oh, everybody's good. We can all just do whatever we want to do. That's not how it's going to be. This is Revelation 13, verse 1. I stood upon the sand of the sea. I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Talking about America, Babylon the Great. Verse 2, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. And you know, this basically starts with Alexander the Greek, And then it goes all the way up to now, who would be Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, America, Babylon the Great. They're the leopard, okay? And his feet were as the feet of a bear. And the bear is really talking about Russia, okay? The Medo-Persian Empire, because that's showing you that they're going to be the ones that come out on top in the end of this war. They're going to destroy America, Babylon the Great. And the mascot of Russia is a bear, okay? And his mouth as the mouth of a lion. That lion's talking about Great Britain, okay? That's what that's talking about, because they're the ones who what? Bring America, Babylon the Great into action, okay? They're the ones who helped form this place. And the dragon gave him his power, which is the Roman Empire, and his seat and great authority to do what? Issue an MOTB. Verse 3, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast, which is talking about NATO and the EU. That beast is NATO and the EU. And when it talks about his heads was wounded to death, that's talking about the old Roman Empire when it fell after 1,000 years and they went to the Dark Ages. And Judah, Benjamin, and Levi was ruling the Byzantine Empire. Esau, Edom, Roman Empire fell. And now they just, it said the deadly wound was healed. So this is them reviving the Roman Empire right now. Okay. But it's you know, spiritually Babylon the Great. It's a Tower of Babel being built, but it physically looks like the Roman Empire. Okay. That's why you got columns at all the damn, White House, all the capitals. They got columns. You got to go learn Roman numerals at school when you're in school, and then you know, Monday through Sunday is all named after Roman gods. Okay, you know, and then it says in Revelation 11 verse 8, talk about all the time this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. You know, because this is our new captivity. Okay, for Jake. You know, and we're here with the northern tribe, you know, the Gadites, so-called Native Americans, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Okay, we're here with them this time. Okay. Now, while that's going on, you got them trying to do this. It says New World Order announced plan to use AI to deprogram conspiracy theories. They've been trying to do this since the dawn of time. They've been trying to make everybody, you know, forget history. Okay. That's why they want to put that in you, because then they can just reset your ass like a damn robot. Okay. But they've been trying to make sure Israel didn't come into more into remembrance of who they were since, you know, since they came up, you know, with NATO and stuff. That was all the, you know, really keep Russia from coming into power. But they also did that to keep, you know, the Israelites in a state of thinking they were just slaves. That's why they just tell them, oh, you didn't have no royalty. They don't tell you about the Moors, which were Israelites. Okay. They don't tell you about how, you know, Jake was ruling in Rome too. They don't tell you about that stuff because they don't want you to think that Jake comes from royalty. They want y'all just think we just fucking been frying chicken and that's all we know how to do and shit or whatever. This is Psalm chapter 83. And it reads, keep not thou silence, a song of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O power, Yahawah. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones, right? And it didn't talk about earlier when we read in Psalms, we're in the shadow of the Almighty. Okay, we're hidden with this word. We're hidden with this truth. Everybody thinks that we just so-called black people, Latinos, Native Americans, and we're really sons of the Most High. We're sons of living power, Yasharallah. Okay? Everybody thinks we're just some regular ass people or something. But we're going to be the only ones that get immortality. You know, Lord willing, we have that number. We know we Israelites, though, because the Israelites going to follow this. They're going to go back to their heritage. But we know 2/3 of our people here in the Babylon the Great and the other ones across the four corners of the earth, you know, they're not going to come to this until they're going to have to get, you know, destroyed with this dying society because they don't want to repent. But they'll come back in the kingdom. And they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So we know that the people over there in Israel saying that they're Israel right now is definitely not Israel, because they over here said they want to make sure Israel is not in remembrance. Why would the British mandate 200,000 British soldiers go over there and help the Amalekites in 1949 make all this shit? 1948, make their whole land and give them money and everything. Why would they do that if they didn't want Israel to be remembrance? Because that's not fucking Israel. And then a year later, NATO gets formed. Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, right? The confederate nations, America, Babylon the Great, right? The tabernacles of Edom, talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabians, who own your 7-Elevens, of Moab, so-called Chinese. These niggas selling Jake Timu, cheap Timu shit, and the Hagarenes, okay? Which is basically, you know, going into the, you know, the so-called Africans, the Canaanites. They used to be called the Canaanites. Now they're called the so-called Africans or the Hamites. Okay, that's where they go back to, Ham. You know, Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites came out of that, those descendants, you know. And also there's Hebrew Edomites. They weren't chosen though. They weren't the chosen seed line. Okay. But there's different Hebrews other than just Hebrew Israelites, you know. But the main two is Hebrew Israelites and then Hebrew Edomites. Isaac had 2 sons, okay, Esau and Jacob, but they were not, both of them did not inherit the blessing, okay. These are the same people trying to tell you everybody can just do whatever, you can go to the Most High. Bullshit. Gabal and Ammon. Ammon is, you know, the so-called Japanese, and Amalek. That's the first descendants of Esau. You know, the Philistines, so-called Africans, whatnot, whatever. Everybody had their hand on us, basically. All these different people down here, but some of them ain't even named. Okay, and they're trying to do the same thing now. Like put that damn brain chip in their head and reset their ass so they can't remember what they're supposed to do for Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi. So we're gonna go into, like he said, Satanism is a valid pathway to the Most High, right? The Most High said he ain't dealing with people like that. Isaiah 5 verse 20, he said, "Holy, be separate." Can't have everybody be different and be separate at the same time, because this is what they're doing. Isaiah 5:20, woe unto them. Woe means destruction. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's what they're doing. Verse 21, woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Okay? They only care about themselves and shit. You know, they only, you know, put attention on whatever the fuck they want. They ain't thinking about, you know, Yahawah, Yahawashi, and what he's doing as a whole. And that's how you know, it's a dying society, because they don't have care for the creator, Yahawah, Yahawashi. So you think he's going to just let them live forever? No, these motherfuckers has got to get put to death. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13. And it reads, consider the work of the Most High, right? For who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? And he's saying, everybody, it don't matter who you is. You can just be whatever. You can just be whatever. You going to make it to the Most High, you know? What are you talking about? It said even the righteous going to scarcely make it to him. And we needed a savior to get to him. There ain't no way some just random ass motherfuckers that ain't even Israelites, you're not getting nowhere near Yahawah, Yahawashi. You're going to stay down here on his footstool right next to his fucking big toe. You're not getting nowhere near Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. The closer you get to him is our ass. Verse 14, in the day of prosperity be joyful, but in the day of adversity consider. The Most High also have set one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. So that's what we seeing, man. The Lord set good against evil. They ain't not everybody is the children of the Most High. Some people is just fucking regular ass people. Just like you got Michael Jordan, this nigga was doing 360, 4.5, 100 dunks or whatever, and then you got a nigga that's a towel boy and he didn't make it on team. That's how it is with Israel. You got Israelites as the top choice, prime choice of Israel, even though it says Israel's a chosen seed of the Most High, but we got a two.
It's okay, guys. John here. The EU has just brought.
We got a 2/3 too. We got niggas on the bench and shit that didn't get to play in the game. They ain't do no work for the Lord, nothing. You want to talk about some just random ass niggas that ain't even in Israel can get in, and the majority of our people can't even get the fuck in the tabernacle. They got to come back through us if we're the elect, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Next article, going into the digital law about he goes in, this guy right here, he goes a little bit more into the digital law about Canada to show you this shit's real. Okay.
It's okay, guys. John here. The EU has just brought forward into law a digital ID.
EU's much delayed new border control system means that non-EU nationals, including people from the UK, will have to register their fingerprints and a photo before being allowed into the bloc.
If you're thinking about traveling to the UK, you're going to need one in less than 90 days. They've issued a date sometime in November. It's not a firm date just yet. So it's actually going to be 70 days from now. This is here. This is basically right now.
See, it is September 18th. We talking about like 2-3 weeks from now. They're doing it. Okay. And America, Babylon the Great's going to be next.
America, they're bringing forward something called the Real ID, which is coming into law next year. You'll need this to travel anywhere throughout America.
Changes are coming to travel.
You got to go with it. It's going to be here. So everybody talking about some we good and shit. No, bro. This shit going down here too. And the Lord, the only way the Lord is going to pull you out of here is if you've been watching his men and sticking with the doctrine and, you know, cleansing yourself from this place, man. The Lord's not just dealing with anybody. He's going to deal with people who are separate from this place.
Requirements if you want to fly within the United States.
The new deadline for domestic flyers is now May 7th, 2025.
Make sure your state-issued driver's license or ID card is Real ID compliant. And if you don't, you won't be able to board flights or access federal facilities.
Now, they've talked for a very, very long time about, you know, social credit and things
All
like
right, we done. You get what it's saying. I was just showing that it's going to be here in Babylon too. Ain't gonna just be over there. It's coming here. They said May 2025. So you got not too long. Then your ass gonna have to have that shit. And that's not necessarily the MOTB. So we're gonna end up having to get it too. Like it's just a real ID. You're gonna have to get it. You want to be able to still do shit. You know, they're gonna make the money digital. We're still gonna be using the digital money. But as soon as they fucking do that, make it mandatory to put the chip in you, then we're gonna drop all this shit. That's what you got to get ready for, Jake. But we're going to have to use this system until then. You know, we'll probably still even be using it during the famine of the word. Okay? As soon as they say it's mandatory to take that chip, we're going to drop that shit. Because after that, then we're going to know the Lord's about to intervene. We're going to know the Lord's going to pull up on his ass because he said he was going to, and we trust him because we're under the shadow of Yahawah, Yahawashi. We wouldn't know that he was coming, and we wouldn't know that he's about to pull the plug on this place. Ecclesiastes 3:15, that which have been is now. See? So it's now. So this Tower of Babel that was back then is now. It's happening again, all over again. Okay? It's digital this time, though. And that which is to be have already been. They tried to do it last time. Lord fucked it off. What do you think is going to happen this time? He's going to fuck it off. And the Most High requires that which is past. It's going to happen. Going to go into the one we love talking about that all the Jakes hate. Revelation 13:16. All the 2/3, they hate it when we talk about this. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That word mark in the Greek means karagma. It's talking about an incision in your hand or in your forehead. It's talking about that word forehead means metaton. Means between the eyelids. That brain chip, they're trying to make sure they put in Jake's head so he don't remember who the fuck he is. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, Karagma, or the name of the beast, NATO in the EU, which is NATO in the EU, or the number of his name. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, NATO in the EU, for it is the number of a man. That man is Esau Edom, and his number is 666. Moving on. Right here, Elon Musk caught plotting with WEF to eradicate sovereignty, right? So he's on his little thing and whatever, okay? So basically they're just saying that he's with them. He's giving them the technology to do this shit. He's making the Neuralink and shit, okay? He's used to be like, oh, I want to keep free speech and shit. No, this nigga is an Edomite. He's wanting the same shit they want. Okay. And another thing he said, I just want to bring it up. Elon Musk deletes X post about no one attempting to assassinate Biden or Harris, right? So he's going into that and basically trying to say that Trump is an enemy of the New World Order or whatever, but he's not. He's on their team too. They always do this. They always try to make it seem like they're all against each other and shit. It's a fucking show. They're all with the shit. Trump's with the shit. They're all with the shit. They want the MOTB system made mandatory. That's why Trump's talking about deporting motherfuckers and everything. Okay? But you know, you got the small hats. They're like, no, keep them over there and chip them all so we can have control of them. They don't give a fuck where nobody goes because they're going to make everybody chip it. It don't matter where the fuck you're at. They don't care. Okay? They just want to implement this shit. I'm going to go to the blue letter. I want to look up a word on this next scripture. So everybody who's with this shit, you think this shit's cool? You think that you want to go and take the MOTB and if you not serving Yahawah, Yahawashi, and whatever he told you to do, you might as well go take that shit. Because that's what you're saying. If you're not on our side, you're on their side. Guilty by association. You're in the car with them while they're trying to chip Jake and shit. If you don't come over here with us and do what we're doing, you can't come over here unless you're Israel. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 18. Let's go to 17. 17. And then read, judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. And the hail shall weep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place, right? Everything's going to be exposed. Verse 18, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand, right? That's talking about all y'all people who cling on to this fake ass life, because basically this place is the grave. You know, hell is the grave. It's not talking about a place you go burn in hell forever. It's talking about the grave, okay? And it said Esau Edom was his hell, and he can't be satisfied, okay? Because they're permanently here. They're carnal people. They're gonna never leave this fucking earth, okay? So all they think about is the carnal things in this world, because that's all they're gonna have forever, and they're not gonna even get to keep that. They're gonna get destroyed after they rebuild this place and see how beautiful it looks, and then they're gonna get put to death. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. So all these people who try to make an agreement with Esau Edom to be protected and take the MOTB or do whatever the fuck he said do, you know, you're going to get destroyed with him. You're going to look at this word disannulled.
Strong's H 3722. Kafer.
Kafer says to cover, to purge, make an atonement, make reconciliation, cover over with pitch, right? To cover over, pacify, propitiate, to cover, atone for sin, to make atonement for. So if you try to, you know, to cover for, atone for sin in persons by legal rights. So you tried to partner up with what the the fucking Pope says, and these fucking Edomites, and you try to, get saved by Jesus or whatever the fuck you do. That's their shit It's going to be disannulled. It's going to be fucking through. Okay? It's going to be canceled. It's going to be purged. Okay? It's going to be cleansed. So I said, whatever you try to do to get your shit right with him, it's going to be disannulled. It's going to be purged out. So I said, you're going to get trodden down. You know, trodden down by it. Let me see something. See what it says in NLT too. Might be a good to read it. See? This is a good one. I like reading it like this too sometimes. It's Isaiah 28 verse 17 in NLT. I will test you with the measuring line of justice and the plumb line of righteousness. Since your refuge is made of lies, a hailstorm will knock it down. Since it is made of deception, a flood will sweep it away, right? You're gonna be through. Verse 18, I will cancel the bargain you made to cheat death, and I will overturn your deal to dodge the grave. See what I'm saying? Hell is talking about the grave. See what I'm saying? This is why we read in NLT sometimes, because it gives you a little bit more clarity on what we're saying. When the terrible enemy sweeps through, you will be trampled into the ground. Through.com. Moving on. So we tell Jake, you don't get it, we're moving on. And we remember yesterday, a couple days ago, whoever was watching my videos or whatever, I was talking about how Russia is like 50 miles away from Alaska, okay? And we know some shit's about to go down because this is what America Babylon the Great just did. And an unusual move, which is not unusual, U.S. Army sends missiles and airborne infantry to Alaska base near Russia, right over there. They got all these motherfuckers over there because they know some shit finna pop off. Okay, they just sent the 11th Airborne Division based at Fort Wainwright near Fairbanks. They just sent their ass over there. Since it's the first time since 2018, these soldiers have deployed over there. Okay, shit's finna go down. Okay, you saw he just moving his people around because they're scared because they're hearing the prophets saying Russia's gonna blow you niggas up. Isaiah 59:19, because they're watching us. Okay, Lord, it said, hold on, we'll show you how we know they watching our ass. One second, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna show you this how we know they're watching our ass. They be acting like they don't be watching us. They be like, oh, those are just some jakes. Them niggas be in them bunkers watching the shit out of our ass. Terrified as hell. Ezekiel 28:3, and it reads, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. See? So they found out all the shit. And some of our people, even in that time, they were going and giving the Edomites our secrets and shit. Okay? So they know what the fuck we're talking about. Okay? That's why they're getting ready. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, right? And his glory from the rising of the sun. Talking about the missiles hitting. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, right? They're going to try to destroy Jake. They're going to try to get rid of Jake. The spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. It's going to be heavy fucking chariot fire. Them UFOs they're seeing, motherfucker be beaming niggas. It's going to be the 144,000 elect. Some of the mighty men are going to be out here, and they're going to be immortal, and they're going to be gathering the elect, and going to be beaming niggas too. They're going to be the Lord's battle axe and their weapons too, and it's going to be the missiles coming. Okay, so it's talking about. So it's not an unusual move that they're doing that shit. Getting ready for World War III. And while they did that, it says U.S. sent Taiwan waterlogged shipments of moldy body armor and machine guns tossed in a cardboard box. Okay? And this shows you how tacky he saw Edom has gotten over the years. This nigga's whack now. He don't give a fuck about Taiwan. All he give a fuck about is himself, man. I seen another article saying that a lot of the shit that they sent to Ukraine got stolen on the way. They don't give a fuck. Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 10. A wicked eye envieth his bread, and he is a niggard at his table, which means what? It means that Esau, Edom, it don't matter what the fuck's going on next door. He don't care. If, as long as his shit's good, he don't give a fuck. He gonna say he gonna send you help. He gonna send you some moldy ass body armor and some some machine guns tossed in a cardboard box like it's some shit like being shipped from Amazon to the hood. You saw him fucking dirtbag. That's why the nation is gonna bomb this nigga, this whole nation. Says no biometric data. Kuwait banks to freeze your accounts. Kuwait banks to freeze your account. So what they're gonna do, Kuwait, if you don't get this biometric digital system, once they get it set up, that's how it's gonna be everywhere. You ain't gonna be able to access your shit. This is just showing you that it's starting over there and it's coming over here. Kuwait's banking sector is preparing to enforce biometric fingerprint technology. And Jake, most of these niggas done got our fingerprints. We'd have been in jail before. These niggas already got our shit. Kuwait's banking sector is preparing to enforce biometric fingerprint technology across customer accounts, following a mandate from the Ministry of Interior. Citizens who do not comply with the fingerprinting process by the September 30 deadline will face an escalating restrictions on their bank accounts and financial transactions. So them niggas got 12 days. Okay, shit's popping off. That's why we tell you, all y'all got all this bread and shit. If you don't got Yahawah, Yahawashi, you're gonna have to be, you're gonna hold on to your money. We're gonna all have to get the digital bullshit or whatever, but we're not gonna take the MOTB, man. Lord willing, because it's really up to the Lord whether we don't take that shit. But it wouldn't make sense, for us to be so dedicated to Yahawah, Yahawashi, and he just put the spirit on us, take that shit. He said he would help us. He said that if we did, we said do. He said he got us. I believe that shit. I'm not gonna start being on some weak-minded ass shit. We're not taking that shit. That's how you need to be in your mind. You need to have faith. Like, fuck all that. Lord, bring me here. I'm here. I'm ready to die for this shit. You gotta be a soldier, ready to die for what you believe in. Just like these soldiers ready to die for whack-ass Babylon, we're ready to die for Bahasham over here. It's Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters. This is Yahawashi speaking. For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold on to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. So it's going to come to a point you're going to have to make a choice, Jake. You're going to come to a point you're going to have to make a choice. Because everybody here, they already got their prize. Luke chapter 6, verse 24, Yahawashi speaking, but woe, destruction unto you that are rich, for ye have received your constellation. That's why we want to be like Paul when he prayed to the Lord, bring between poverty and riches. We don't want to be rich. We just don't want to be broke. Verse 25, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep, because you're going to think you're going to be able to do all these ways to get away from the system, because all you're thinking about is carnal shit, and you're going to be out here with nothing. And you're not going to have the doctrine either, so you're going to be fucked. Verse 26, woe unto you when men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. So that's why we don't give a fuck if people don't like us. We're glad you don't fucking like us. We're glad that you feel weird when we come around. We start talking about Yahawah, Yahawashi. That's how we know we're not false prophets. That's how we like to keep people come to the camp and be, oh yeah, thanks for talking to me. They never come back. Okay, we like that shit, because that's how we know we're the true prophets of Yahawah, Yahawashi. And if you're really with us, you're gonna show the fuck up. You're gonna be there, because we don't like smiley faces. That's what Esau Edom does. Smiles in everybody's face and shit, and he rapes, pillages the whole land, takes all your shit. Promise you false treaties like he did to the Native Americans, Northern tribe. Don't need your little smiley ass in our fucking face. Stay the fuck out of our face. You don't care about Yahawah, Yahawashi. Eventually, you're going to try to double cross us. So just, we try to stay the fuck away from you. Next article, judge allows pedophile BBC presenter to walk free because he was mentally vulnerable at the time. So this guy, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he just so mentally vulnerable because this nigga in his whole kingdom, niggas done ruled forever. He was just so sensitive. He fucking fucked with a little kid. And they let him go. Why did they do that? Because he's fucking Esau Edom. This is Psalms chapter 73, verse 5. They'll never do that to Jay. We've been fucking dragged here into slavery, called niggers for the majority of the time we've been here and everything. They don't ever, whenever we fucking break down or have problems, or maybe we get, you know, and we feeling like fucked up here, we drink a little bit or something, they be like, Jake, you need to get a hold of yourself. The fuck, nigga, we been in slavery over here. Nigga, fuck you. Shit. Y'all let this nigga go, and this nigga doing some horrible shit. Nigga, I just drank too much that day. You acting like I'm just the worst nigga ever. Like, get the fuck out of here. Fucking stand these fucking Americans sometimes, man. Gonna be like some, you just need to let bygones be bygones. No, Lord's coming to drop y'all ass. The face of the planet with the missiles. Psalms chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. See? That's Esau Edom. He can fucking do whatever he wants, and he just gets let off, just like Trump did. Did a whole bunch of wicked shit. Did a whole bunch of shit. Was out there with Jeffrey Epstein and everything. That nigga running for president. Job 21, verse 9. Their houses are safe from fear. Neither is the rod of the Most High upon them, but it's about to. His rod's been on us this whole time. Once he pulls that rod on them, this is how they're going to be. It's going to be their only fucking hope. Is dying. Job chapter 11, verse 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. They're going to hope to just be fucking fall over and die. Fucking weak, whack-ass Edomites, man. You got this Edomite, America's top cardinal, these fake-ass, Edomites talking about they holy. Catholic Church, which in the Bible is the false prophet. The false prophet is the Catholic Church. Okay? The Vatican, all them niggas. So America's top cardinal, he said, we are living in the end times. Armageddon is here. We ain't even got to hear what this nigga says. We want to hear what Yahawashi said. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 12. And it reads, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river of Euphrates, right? And the water thereof was dried up. That's happening right now. So we're in the sixth vial. You know, it said 7 vials before America gets blown the fuck up. We're in the sixth one. We're right there. Okay? Just before they try to chip everybody and they get blown fuck up. Okay? This is where we're at. And Jake still is in a sense of apathy. He doesn't have no fucking care that the shit's coming. He's just still playing video games and, fucking little bitches he got or whatever and smoking weed all day. He don't have no. This is how we know this is a dying society, and we're not gonna die with your ass, Jake. And when that family of the word come, if I over here where I'm at, if I talk to you, you better not pull up on me saying nothing. Hey, I swear, I've been over here training like a motherfucker. Okay, best of my abilities, trying to get my ass somewhat in shape. So if somebody try to come over and talk to me, like, oh, Mike, he been working out and shit. I'm not gonna just go over there and try to be like force him or nothing. Like you gonna come over here like some bro, please, no, nigga. You're going to know, and we're not fucking with you. Hopefully the Lord makes us invisible like that brother had in that dream. You can't even see our ass. Don't even want to talk to your ass because we told your ass that the way of the kings of the East might be prepared. That's what they're doing. The BRICS and 159 nations not using the dollar right now. That's where we're at. Verse 13, I saw 3 unclean spirits, clean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, talking about the Roman Empire. Right? In the mouth of the beast, NATO and the EU, in the mouth of the false prophet, which is talking about the Vatican Church. We're going to show you what those 3 unclean spirits are. Okay? It's the Treaty of Globalist Control, City of London Corporation Financial Power. That was in 1067 when they bring that out. District of Columbia, Military Power Center, 1871. Vatican City Religious Power Center, Vatican Center in 1929. Those are the three evil spirits that came out of the frog. Okay, came out like frogs out of the mouth of the dragon. That's what it's talking about. Those three citizens, those three not citizens but sinners, like organizations. Verse 14, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, talking about they're gonna chip your ass and you're gonna be good, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of Yahawah Almighty, which is talking about Armageddon. And that's what they're doing. Verse 15, behold, I come as a thief. That's talking about Yahawashi. He's going to come as a thief. He's going to fuck everybody up. Blessed is he that watcheth, talking about the prophets, and keepeth his garments, talking about this truth, lest he walk naked and they see his shame, right? 2/3 of our people, they're walking naked right now because they don't have this doctrine. And the other wicked Israelites in the four corners of the earth. Verse 16, and he gathered them together in the place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. And how you say that in the Hebrew is Amagadwan, which means mountain of troops, valley of truth, mountains of troops. Okay, that's what they're doing, getting everybody together so Yahawah can whoop their ass. Moving on. We're almost done. Hillary Clinton says Hillary Clinton says Americans who believe in conspiracy theories must be jailed before November. Well, in a sense, we're not conspiracy theorists. We're telling you about the Bible that you've been putting in all your fucking churches and walking around and fucking using and shit. We're not conspiracy theorists. This is fact. Okay? This truth is fact. It's factual. We have history to cover it. We have knowledge to cover it. But we're showing you that they're really trying to aim at the prophets. They're trying to say we're conspiracy theorists. We're going to find out. And the missiles blow this bitch up. But even if they do something to you, Jake, you better not fucking belly up and weenie out. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, Esau, even so-called white man, so cast some of you into prison. He owns all the fucking prisons. That's how we know it's talking about him. That ye may be tried. See if you're not going to be a weenie. You can serve Yahawah to the death. Ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You might have to go through it, Jake. Prepare yourself. That's what we're here to tell you. Shit's coming soon. You know, whatever you do, you better be doing your burpees and drinking water and shit and praying Yahawashi. This shit's finna go down. Scientists tell hospitals to ban vaxxed. Oh, I don't even want to go into that. I don't want to say it because they're gonna fucking take my shit down. Read it. Okay? That scientists tell them don't fuck with the juice box. Okay? But it ain't me saying it. Whatever. This is not medical information to tell you what to do. This is what they're saying. Okay? But we know what Yahawashi said. What'd he say? It's the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12. Hold on. Chapter 12, verse 10. And it reads, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. That's how they are. Can't trust these motherfuckers. We don't need a scientist to tell our ass. We're just letting you know what they're saying right now. This next article says, over 50% of U.S. murders now going unsolved thanks to Black Lives Matter. Why? Over half of murders in the U.S. now go unsolved, with the majority going unsolved in the last 7 months in 2020. Of 2020, a crisis caused by anti-police BLM Black Lives Matter protests. So this is a little bit older article, but I wanted to show it because it's still something that's going on today. Okay, and you see how anything they try to set up as a corporation, it ends up being bad for Jake. That's why we tell you don't trust these niggas when they tell you they give a fuck about so-called Negroes. They don't give a shit about us. And that's why it's going to be your shame if you went with that shit. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 13. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. Talking about Esau eating so-called white man. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. And like it said, this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. It said it'll be your confusion. Babel. That's what Babel means. You're gonna be confused and confounded when you find out everything that you was fucking out there in the streets chanting for Black Lives Matter. Now niggas is getting killed more because y'all niggas did that shit. dumbass. Moving on. We got one more article. Gonna go with something lighter. Stop fucking smoking these vapes, Jake. It says, I love vaping until my lungs collapse and black goo poured out of me. Okay? This person's in the damn ICU and nearly died from the damn e-cigs, smoking the shit out of them bitches. Stop smoking them, Jake. No, it's not nobody personal. It's just saying stop smoking this shit, Jake. Whatever you're smoking, stop doing the shit. It's against the Most High. The kingdom of the Most High is in us. We're not supposed to be smoking. Revelation 17:21. Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you. What are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be trying to take care of ourselves to the best of our abilities. And we got to do that well, because Esau even done poison the food and shit and the water. 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? Right? We just read it in Luke. Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. That's why we needed grace, because we all done fucked up. I used to smoke weed in the past all the time. Lord should have destroyed my ass, but he didn't. He had mercy on me. He bring me here with the brothers, and guess what? We're talking about Yahawashi every day. So shalom to elect Israel, hope for elect Israel, Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign Israelites, look like the other nations scattered across four corners of the earth. Want to give all praise to Barak, Rawchaa. Gotta give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Let us all to the truth. But ordained by the Lord, teach the flock how to live, repent, pray fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when this be edified of those who fear the name of the Lord, striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. Peace and blessing to the elect. Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.